Hmm. I thought you didn't want to get us banned from YouTube.
Well, I mean, there's the safe way and then the not so safe way.
They raise their eyebrow, sorry.
Like you can like study and like read books on magic and stuff like that and learn it that way. Or you can, go out and like fight stuff.
I see.
Like studying's a lot safer, but like actually trying to
And more
practice
versatile
with it.
too.
Yeah, but like actually trying to like practice with it is usually where magic users stop being magic users. Uh, that's. I mean, I'm not. I'm only barely a magic user, but I'm a champion.
Weren't they cursed to not be able to use magic or something like that? Is that why they had to look outside? How did that work?
Even if
Can
they
they
had,
learn? And they learn magic normally? Huh.
And then
How's
that
the
one took
king
the
doing?
studying route.
Yeah. That's a shame. Anyway, this has been a good visit. I think we can go, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm good with it. Yeah, good luck on all your adventures, guys.
Try not to die. Did they say may the king's reign end? Wait, so why do you guys want the king's reign to end?
he wants to die, remember?
Oh yeah, but I didn't think everyone knew that.
All looking for a sorcerer who can kill him.
I didn't know if they knew the specifics of the situation, or just were looking for a
Okay.
sorcerer, period.
Maybe.
It's one thing to say, hey, I need a sorcerer. It's another to say, hey, I need to die. Go find me a sorcerer.
I'm sorry, James. What would they reply?
Yeah. I see. Thank you. Mighty kind of you. Anyway, yeah. You guys go have fun doing exploring. Goodbye. It's a pretty good ship, isn't it? Wait, does it have a name yet?
Called Deadpool.
Was that this ship or wasn't that the old ship?
That was
It's
the
the
last
same
ship.
ship. It's the same ship.
That's true.
It just
The
has
Deadpool.
every single part replaced.
We should call it Theseus. That would be funny.
Now Sabo suddenly knows what it means that the ship is called Deadpool. Also thinks that the fact that it's completely rebuilt now makes some sense.
You know, fair.
So when you get on board, do you tell everyone where they're from?
Yep.
The Greystone.
The very same one.
Okay, do we want to just blow them up?
I wish.
No,
Why not?
they're not still trapped in the castle. They're not murderers.
They just haven't been to the castle.
You do remember what
Probably
they
still
did to us,
murdering.
right? And to the halflings?
Those guys were way outside the castle. Did they try to recruit you as sorcerers?
They asked him for sorcerer, who said no.
Well, that's exactly what happened last time. Remember how that ended?
Well, last time we said yes.
Yeah, well, they're gonna find someone and they're gonna say yes, and do you think is gonna happen to them?
No, I agree with that.
They're gonna get captured, raped, brought to the castle, killed by the king, and rotting there for eternity.
The king's a real rude asshole, huh?
I mean, I don't like it, but you've got a point.
I say we blow these up. Did they tell you where they're from? Which direction?
Yep. Points
They'll
that way.
Yeah, point in the direction they pointed to.
Well, we already know where to go next, so we blow them up and we go there and we trade and we mark it on our map.
I
You guys
would
want to
just
blow the castle up too?
no. It's not gonna do anything.
Gonna make me feel better.
Can't get to the
Do-
castle.
Do you
We're gonna
really want to get
trapped.
that close?
I just don't want that place to exist anymore. Is that really so much to ask for?
I agree, but we have to start with this little ship.
Nia doesn't actually have any strong feelings about this ship. She just hates the king.
Well, you also hate the humans on the ship.
Perhaps you can give me a little bit more context as the reason why you're contemplating this?
So when we were young, about this many, I show 3 fingers, we met this village of halflings where Yesla lived and was their goddess. These halflings were nice enough to help us gather some lumber for ship repairs.
For no
While we were
benefit to
out
themselves,
there,
really. They were just kind of
yeah,
that nice.
while we were out there gathering some lumber, we came across a party of explorers from this fantastic nation, and they just happened to say asked if by any chance we were sorcerers. And they seemed to think that magic wasn't real. So Kevin, Flurry, and Nia proved them that magic was very much real. Unfortunately, they had guns, and there was a lot of them. So they captured everyone except for me. Because I managed to slip away. And brought them back to the castle, in the process of which Yesla was tortured and raped repeatedly. They also massacred the halflings who tried to save Yesla. Apparently, inside that castle, and this is where probably it's better that Kevin takes over because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so inside that castle, we were taken to their king, who wanted to test to see if we really were, in fact, sorcerers. And his test involved shooting us with his gun, which we somehow miraculously survived, all of us.
It was a particularly strong gun.
Yeah, the shot went through Nia 3 separate times, and then he shot me, and I didn't quite die. So Nia avoiding her death proved something. Me not quite dying proved something. And Flurry healing me proved something. And so we were all allowed to exist.
Well, it's not like he could do much about you existing.
And these people down below work for this king?
Yep.
This-
Yep.
Same kind of person that kidnapped the halflings and us and that did all that wonderful shit. You can probably tell why I don't like them very much.
If you wanted
Uh,
to remove this, if you wanted to remove their ship from the waters, I would not mind.
the just little more detail for you. We later figured out that there was a curse on this castle that the king resided in that prevented anyone who had ever killed anyone from leaving ever. Anytime that, like every day, every single day, anyone who had killed anyone and had stepped foot into the castle just came back to the castle. If they were dead, they were suddenly alive again. If they were miles away, they were suddenly right back there. The prince of that castle ended up killing himself repeatedly, like every single day, just in hopes of an escape.
So you can imagine the kind of people that live in that castle. And rule the country.
Nia and Yesla and myself all ended up trapped there for quite some time.
I got trapped there because I killed some trees.
For me, it was an ogre.
For Yesla, it was well, we don't know if Yesla killed anyone before, but the rapist.
I'm
I
not
repeat
willing
what
to
I said.
condemn them for that.
I repeat what I said. If you wanted to remove these people from the face of the planet, I would not mind.
I do not care about these people in particular. They are just symptoms of a disease.
I really would rather not have that nation know about our flying ship as well.
You know what? Good point.
Hey, and one of you better spellcasters give us some concealment so I can.
Kevin, what are your thoughts? There's a danger of,
I
of the ship being known, but I understand you might have some complaints, and I would like to listen to them.
I don't like the idea. Because specifically, these individuals haven't done anything that we know of.
They have not. That is correct.
I don't necessarily agree with them being punished for their nation's crimes.
Makes sense. What about him?
Poor Kevin.
What did the offline say? Out of curiosity.
I'm intrigued by your interpretation of 7, but I don't want these people to die. I would rather we not. And
How do we remove the memories of the ship from their memory? I don't care about their dying specifically. Like I said, they're just symptoms of a disease. But that is a concern that we have to have now.
Okay.
so
In that case,
so they know that a flying ship exists.
what? Well, they might report back, and they might report back who they saw on this ship, and well, not that those people can really reach out very far. Having them know about us, perhaps not ideal.
I mean, we didn't mention our names.
Oh, the sorcerer dwarf and the sorcerer demon. I don't know how you look near.
I don't look like a demon at the moment.
Okay,
She looks human.
the sorcerer dwarf who survived the gunshot and someone who was
We don't know
mistreated.
which of a gunshot either.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, they know we were in the castle. They know we're out of the castle. There's not that many people who are in the castle
Oh
who
no, I'm
got out
not
of the
disagreeing
castle.
with you. I'm just they have less information
Probably
than one
they
might think
know
otherwise.
exactly who we are. Maybe they narrow it down to 1 or 2.
So they've known exactly who we are for like 15 years.
Yeah, they just now they
And
know
nothing's
that we have.
happened.
Okay, fair enough. I still don't want those people out with their guns. So
And
how
I
about
think
compromise? You don't want me to blow them up. They should surrender their guns and they should fuck off from that nation and go elsewhere.
so you want to make them defenseless as they set out on their own now. You
I
want to sentence them to a different form of death.
don't want to sentence somebody else to death because those fuckers are gonna come across them and blow them up.
I mean, you're welcome to try to convince them to give up that nation, but disarming them before sending them on their way is just a different death sentence.
I'm not gonna convince anyone. I'm just trying to find a compromise with you, since you don't want. You're the only one here who doesn't want to blow them up.
Nia doesn't particularly care either way. If we had modified memory, she'd vote for that, I guess, but she doesn't particularly give a shit. Killing these people will likely do nothing. There's how many of them, James? There's like 6 of them. It's not like it's an army like the other ones.
6 less parasites to worry about. 1 less ship.
Is the ship actually made of metal, or is it what? You said it's a.
The
You
hull
just said
is.
the hull is actually made of metal.
Black mithrils, to be specific.
Their ship is?
No, ours.
No, what their ship that's down. James just described it as it's silvery. Silver oak. How big is the ship, would you say?
About how many Kevins, James?
Couple of hundred.
The only type of measurement that matters.
Quite a lot of Kevins.
It's a big boat.
Ethically speaking, I wonder if it's. I don't mean to say something heinous, but it. Killing them might be the ethical thing to do here, though it's not the moral
That's
thing to do.
well, that is kind of my point here.
Oh yes, I'm just reflecting on it. Ultimately, because we know that their nation at least normalizes the type of behavior that they did that occurred to Yesla. Doing nothing might be siding with the oppressors here. I wonder.
I don't think they normalized that. I mean, we were there in like their surrounding towns for a while.
Yes,
The
but their
only-
army
the
was
only-
allowed to do it.
Was their army allowed to, or was that just one bad guy?
I don't recall any punishment occurring to that one bad guy. No, until Yesla turned him into one bad memory.
Well, not really.
Okay. Okay, I thought the other story sounded wrong. So I don't know that you guys really understand what actually happened between that guy and Yesla. But it's
I
not what you claim it was.
Okay.
struggle to think of many
Whatever it was, she
non-heinous
was
interpretations.
quite traumatized, wasn't she? If you think that it's a big
Yes.
difference, exactly what happened, please explain.
I don't think that's my story to tell.
Oh, it's
Okay,
definitely not
so
hers either.
we can just stick with my interpretation then.
What I would think I can add on is that we know that anytime someone goes to sleep after they've gone into that castle, they appear back in that castle, right?
Yes.
That's how that works.
Yes.
That army, in order to do its job, didn't sleep. They're never allowed to sleep. They're exhausted all the time. And that drives some of them a little mental.
Full reason, still murder?
Sorry, say that again.
Cool reason, still murder.
So what you're saying is, those people on the ship potentially don't sleep.
I wouldn't say that.
So how about a test? We go there, we have them all go to sleep. If enough of them wake up to carry on, well, good for them.
I mean, I don't know that they're going to be willing to just go to sleep with a bunch of strangers on their ship watching over them.
Milvarius, you reckon you can
Make a
leave
decision.
them?
Otherwise, I don't have any spells to make to put them to sleep. If that's what you're asking, maybe Lewin
Oh.
might. But make up your mind of what exactly is going to happen, or we leave. Otherwise, I'm going to set that ship sails on fire and make them
I'm
die in
happy
the
for
middle of
you
this
to set the
ocean.
ship sails on fire. I'm even gonna make sure to keep in range for whenever you decide to do that.
Novarius, don't.
These people continue going across the seas, regardless of what their actual intentions are currently. What's the probability that they aren't going to find some people to bring them back to continue to spread what misery their people do to begin with?
All we know of these people is that they're explorers. Literally the same thing we are.
Yeah, and literally the same thing that the ones who captured you were.
No, those were the army.
No,
Those,
they were explorers. Literally, that guy was an explorer. That's what he said. I'm an explorer. I was sent out to look for sorcerers.
yeah, the guy
He was weeks and
in
weeks and weeks
charge.
away. Well, these guys are, yeah, and there's a guy in charge here as well. Someone. Why don't we ask? I'm just gonna start taking the ship down because at this point, I'll go broadside with them within like 30 feet.
Just don't hurt them.
Oh, unless they fire first, I won't hurt them. I'll tell the tablet to open fire if they open fire. And I'll bring the ship down so we can all talk.
Is there anything special about Silver Oak? Anything special about Silver Oak? Anything is there anything I would actually know about Silver Oak? But it's just it's basically just like wood regardless, except it's exceptionally okay.
Yeah, why not? So they have two cannons. Are they mobile or do they point in a direction? Okay, well, I'm going to take the ship in somewhere where the cannons have a harder time pointing at us if they decide to point them at us, and just get close to them, and so we can all talk.
So you go through and position the ship from behind. A couple of the people on the top deck seem a bit confused.
Hey, can I ask some questions?
Okay, so you're taking the ship within 20 feet of theirs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure, is everything okay with your ship?
Yeah,
Thought you were leaving.
well, good. Well, I just wanted to ask some more questions. Are you by any chance sent out to find sorcerers and bring them back to Greystone?
If we come across any, yeah.
Okay.
But that's
do you
just
know
standing
what's gonna
orders.
happen? And do you know what's gonna happen to those sorcerers when you bring them to Greystone?
The king's going to make an offer to them. Problem thing, as far as I know.
Do you know that the king is just going to shoot them in the face with his gun, and those sorcerers will be trapped inside forever?
The guy gets quite annoyed. Our king would never. Say it again, I'll put a cannonball in your face.
Well, that's exactly what he did to my friends.
James, is this place? What time of the day is it?
This would be very early morning, just after sunrise. If the king shot you, you'd be dead.
Oh, really? People who get killed in Castle Greystone?
Nothing happens to people who get killed, but if you're a killer, you come back.
There you go. Get shot in Castle Greystone, you also come back. It doesn't matter if you're a killer or not. We understood that about the curse, right, James?
No, it literally only applies to killers.
Yep.
Well, how? Ah, okay.
You just killed a tree.
Well, he did shoot my friends. That is truth.
Your friends would be dead.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Oh my... You're a part of the Mad Guard, aren't you?
Just didn't die.
The what of the what?
Those sent out by the king. Those who have been cursed. The ones who must remain awake. the restless, the mad god.
Absolutely not. Mia is starting to get a bit emotional about this. It is probably best if someone stops her.
Then you all need to start making sense, because what you're saying is nonsense then. I am trying to work with you on this, but you're being unreasonable.
What do you mean we're being unreasonable? We're just telling you what happened.
What happened is impossible.
Oh, happened?
If you were shot by the king, you would be dead. The only way that
Hey,
you
Kevin.
can be shot and not be dead is if you were murderers. If you were shot by the king and you were a murderer and you came back inside of a castle, then that means for you to be out here, you would have to have remained awake that entire time. We are weeks away. You would be mad.
Yes, Nia.
Punch me.
No, why?
Do it.
Why?
Take it, please.
Oh,
Demonstrate.
for the thing.
Yes.
It's a 4.
Did you roll?
You punch them and it
That's
makes
me.
contact.
It doesn't even know. So do it again, please. I kind of need you to keep doing it until you hit another.
The guy covers his mouth in a bit of horror.
Do it again. Ah!
And then
There it
Kevin's
is.
fist goes through your head. Oh my lord.
That's right. That's what I am.
And this one, I pat Kevin on the head, can take a cannonball to the face.
The guy stumbles back. Are you not affected by the castle? The curse?
The only thing I'd ever killed when I stepped foot in that castle was a tree.
So none of you were cursed?
One was. Again, he is starting to get a bit
Let's say it was